Alright. I have gotten a water refill. We are refilled. Let me adjust this a little bit here. There we go. Perfect. I've gotten a water refill and we are good to go. Okay, so. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Oh my god. Is the suicide note actually forged? No, really? Is the suicide note actually forged? Holy shit. Alright. It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Hi, Sophie. Hi, baby. Hi. Mr. Boy. This big Sophus. Hi. You gonna come sit with Mom? Hi, buddy. Oh, you know, what a good boy he is. Mom, I blend in with your clothes. So you can just see my tail. What a rotten head. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Oh my god. Oh my god, this case is such a fucking garbage fire. Holy shit. So, he paid the killer to kill one over this suicide note that wasn't even real. Sophie, you need to not... Thank you. Come on. I need you to not... Thanks. Okay. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake. You cannot go through between my two monitors. There's no room for you to go there, Sophie. Literally, if you go that way, you're gonna knock over my monitors and cause a lot of havoc. So you cannot go that way. Giant Chungus boy. Oh, I'm faster than you. You go that way. Or, you know, you're just gonna... Oh, I think it's the fly. Oh, God. So if the stream goes away suddenly, sorry about that. There is a giant humping cat walking around on my desk trying to catch a fly. / trying to do something. Yeah, can we just... Okay, thank you. Just trying to... Oh my god, this case is cursed. Anyway, Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this is not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Carita? Well, well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Present evidence. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. Because they've made a big deal about how Matt knew that he was going to present something that would ruin him. So... But he would know if Juan wrote the note because he's been recording him. He's been spying on him. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, that it's impossible for Mr. Gongard to not have known it was a fake. We'll just do, I guess, this spy camera? Yep. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ugh! So then the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Kurita for 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Ugh! Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. Ugh. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley DeKiller to commit murder. Oh my god. Are they gonna have Pearl channel the spirit of one Kurita / the spirit of Celeste Impact? Are we gonna have a channeled witness right now? Is that what we're gonna do? Because either that or it's Matt Engard himself. But like, since it's very unusual, like this feels like we're gonna have one Kurita as a channeled witness right now, which first of all is messed up, and secondly, wow, that's impossible. No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It's yes, go on, who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley DeKiller. Oh, Mr. DeKiller. Wait, is Mr. DeKiller here? Well, if he's here, where's Maya? Well, wait, Shelley DeKiller? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin. Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here, to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is all right to do this. Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to a stand. I think it's the cassette. Right? I think it's the cassette. In a TV thing. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Yep. Oh, it's the transceiver. It's a transceiver. Why? What is happening right now? I don't... What is happening? I'm so confused. Super confused, Space. The Paimon. Paimon's all out of brain juice. Also, clearly there's a gas leak, right? Losing my mind. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley DeKiller, and I am a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. DeKiller himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley DeKiller. I understand. Please wait a second. ... I'm so hungry.
But Maya!
Maya!
A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley DeKiller.
Well, looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. As we save our game. Also, what the fuck? There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita. Is this correct? ... It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Carita. How is this man so good and so horrible, right? God. Oh. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream.
Shelley DeKiller. What is he going to say? Okay, wait. Okay, wait. We are required to get a not guilty verdict here. We are required... You're gonna turn off my stream. I love you. Don't walk on my stream deck. Hi. You're such a grump. I know. I've been working really long hours these last couple of days. I promise that it will not always be this way. You need to lay down and not step on my stream deck. Thank you. We're required to get a not guilty verdict. How in the actual hell are we supposed to get a non-guilty verdict if he tells the court that our client was who hired him? Also, Edgeworth didn't say what the condition was. Oh, that he wasn't traced. That was the condition, excuse me. Okay, anyway. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Actually, he probably has no intention to keep his end of the deal since we clearly have the cops involved and so broke our half. I mean, that is true.
Mr. DeKiller seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself, then?
Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, So stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Yep, we'll yep, nope, we just gotta keep going.
There is something I must first state. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? ... Sorry. Go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
It's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. An assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me.
But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough! Please, no more.
Don't step on the steam deck. Go over there. Thank you, Otter. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
The judge had better watch himself. Otter, go on. Y'all are being so restless. We gotta finish this case. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand. So please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
The egomaniacal.
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. Right?
Judge is like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk.
I'm not his therapist, you know.
Alright, so we've pressed on all these things. So, what do we even present here? I guess the card? What do we even present here? I am definitely gonna save, because this is... Alright, I mean... I feel like it's like a trust issue because he was recording him. Nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. We pressed on everything. Maybe we have to press again? Let me go through the end and see what they say at the very end. I don't really care about all the extra fluff. Just tell us the name. Patience. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, maybe we're supposed to press again? We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I still have to say a few things. Da-da-da. I mean, obviously there's something I need to do. I mean, I'm just gonna press again. Since we've already seen this text. Aha! We had to yes, we had to press twice. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. That's just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? I will say this, though. If he is no longer interested in the trust of his client and client confidentiality, why the hell does he still have Maya? Why does he still have Maya? Why does he still have Maya? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really? In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree? ... What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is... Wait for it. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure that he's about to lie on the stand. I'm pretty sure that this is what he's doing to make this stop. I'm pretty sure that he is Liar McLiarface in about 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Adrian Andrews. Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous! I was deceived! This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Ugh. You Shelley DeKiller. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. Not like we want to win, because gross. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive, and has instead provided a suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. Dick Killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion, and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? The way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please, that testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews. Suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died, and Juan's death was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. He's a Tristan Cheever, he took no errors, correct? That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. ...
But Mr. Dick Killer himself has testified he has named you as his client.
No, that's not true. They can check her bank records and very easily check to see if that's true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. Exclamation point. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes. I know the truth.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. ...
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Da-na-na-na-na-na. My god, this is a nasty choice. Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? No, we're going to request that the trial continue. We know there's more evidence. We know they're trying to get Maya right now. We're trying to draw this shit out. Asking for the verdict does not make the trial keep going. Even though we will get a not guilty verdict. But the not guilty verdict doesn't matter if we can't live with ourselves in the end. And we have no guarantee from the killer, especially because we did call the police, right? We have no guarantee that he will actually give us Maya back if we do find a not guilty verdict. Like, this is far beyond the original terms of the deal. So, we have no guarantee that even if we get this verdict, he'll give Maya back. I don't trust him. So, yeah. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it,
I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. Exclamation point. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Oh my god. We're gonna be here forever. It's another 6 hours, this is another 8-hour stream. Hold on to your butts. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Excuse me while I drink more water. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? I mean, this is a great ploy because absolutely it's not enough for him to just come in and be like, yeah, here's a name. Like, he needs to tell us what happened, the sequence of events, what he did with the bear, who he gave the bear to, if he gave the bear to her, what she did with the bear later, how did that bear get to his house, if he's not with Matt on guard, how did he get into his house, why was he there, like, why did he take Maya if he wanted an acquittal for Matt on guard, like, all of these things. If she was his client, why did all of these things happen? He needs to explain all of that, or else it's meaningless. Okay. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I am referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, this time now, right, Judge? I feel that. Oh my god. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. We're gonna keep on saving. Save everywhere. We're not going back. We only go forward. Oh, my nose itches so bad. Mana is shedding, and just cat hair in the air. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client, however. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? ... I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm not thinking of hiring Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of crime. I would like to think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. ... If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the only one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body into the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi, too. No, I already told you. I have no intention of using your services, ever. ... Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client had visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Question mark? But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. My job is to kill. That is all. And leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape flame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify? Yes. And I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No. I'm fine. Really. This is fine.
Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused.
But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Alright, so the, this part over here is where... Was it this one? The Edgeworth was like, this is weird? I think it was this one. We're gonna press again so that I can see if this is the one where Edgewater... Oh, Edgewater. The one where Edgeworth was like, that's weird. It is. Okay. So we're gonna actually, I think it's gonna be the wine glass here? Because if she knew that he was dead, why did she pour the tomato juice? Edgewater. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea Juan Corina had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass?
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corina had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't that a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Corita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. ... How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if DeKiller figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. ...
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. The tension of this is killing me. While we wait for the items DeKiller left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Holy Lord. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't take this tension. Ugh. This request came to me about a week ago. 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I try to fulfill all conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? I mean, it's important because the suicide note is forged? And also, she wouldn't have called the bear a figurine, or she wouldn't have, like, she knows that it's a puzzle. She wouldn't have acted like it wasn't. So, I feel like it was important. Testimony just now has made one thing clear. And that is, the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with the testimony. Whoops. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? ... Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKiller had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. Ugh! I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue?
At least it's not taking things from me when I do this. It's when I occurred, I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. Something feels, yeah, I don't know. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. ... Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Alright, we press again. Press. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. Barely able to finish. Blah, blah, blah. Specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time. Okay, so there's a thing there. There's a specific date and time there. I'll let it go. Hmm. Huh. We didn't ask about where the bar is. Press further again. Da 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 da. It was not important. Why? Stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Now, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important because he just said him. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony was just now was of utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case. Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's save our game really quick, because that's what we do, so that we don't have to backtrack. And then we're gonna present, and then we're gonna go to profiles, and then we're gonna go to Adrian Andrews. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley DeKiller. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Well, why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? Gotcha. Well, what did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh! And the transceiver just breaks. Oh, order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their requests. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. And that means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Adrian Andrews. I love how it's sweating, although that's gross. I like that the receiver is sweating.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, Why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Right? Oily sweat. Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender. Gender assumptions, they'll get you every time. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Shelley the Killer. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yes, now I remember I took that request by mail. You just said that you never take requests by mail. Didn't you just say that, like, 2 seconds ago? There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was the murder of John Corina and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. You literally just said you never do that.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his early testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious. But I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Right, truth.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Okay, Judge.
Oh my god. Water, please.
Alright. God, we lie forever. Never ends. Never ends. Request taking, part 2. Yes, now remember I took that request by mail. But didn't you just say you have always met your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. This is the chapter that never ends. Yes, it goes on, my friends. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
Do we have proof that he met with his client? Do we have that proof? Excuse me. I don't know that we have that proof. I don't know that we have that proof. We might. I don't know. Do we have proof? Kinda. I don't have any proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't have any proof.
Your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Power saw stuff. Yeah, we don't have his testimony to use. There have been many times when I took a job without having met my client. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now can take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job with having met your client, and the request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. Yeah, no, it's like super sus. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were those other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his button the wrong way and he got mad. I'm worried that they're... the fact that they're warning me right now is worrisome, but what is the rule? What is the rule? When in doubt, always press. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own clients? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? I feel like if I say yes, he's gonna kill Maya. I feel like this is a failure state. Right? This feels like a failure state. This is very sus. But I almost feel like we need to make sure. Let it go. The killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try and find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Okay. I know the rules. I know. Witness if you please. Alright, where are we at? I saw the name at the end of the letter. I thought my client to be a male. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once? I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? I mean, there's a contradiction because how do you know you actually handed it to your client? And you didn't actually see their client then. You didn't see your client's face. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. ... Let's recall Mr. Power's testimony. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. On Guard. And at that time, he was not wearing his Nickel Samurai mask. Oh ho! Order, order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness. This might not go well. Yes, that night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to the various rooms. Is that so wrong? Huh? The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person. I'm sorry, but sadly, we are not so nearly generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. Isn't his salary more than enough for one man? And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not, in fact, a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money. What? Mr. Attorney. Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Oh, no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Oh, I know, and agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. Ugh. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. I'm sorry. Please forgive my foolishness. If only you were this apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness.
Pretty much reached the end of our rope here.
Huh? Seems like it's still okay to me.
And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we will end up completely destroying De Killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in.
Oh, yeah.
All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time.
So now what am I supposed to do?
Fuck. You know what?
Yep. Alright.
You know what? Now is the time when we double press. I think we're gonna double press, and I think it's gonna end up being a failure state. But I think that we need to do it. Press further. I'm gonna double press here, and he's gonna get real mad. Alright. Here we go. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have that much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. Alright, so... we're gonna press on this. So this is where we're gonna have a problem, because there's no way that the client could have it, because he got arrested. Like, how did it get to the house? We're chain of custody, right? We're about to get into chain of custody. That's what this is. I've been waiting for this. I found this figurine at Mr. Engarde's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engarde, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Yeah, there's a why? How did she get in? Like, how are... So, De Killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Ow. So... let me just save, so I don't need to save again yet. If we say present evidence, I have to present strong evidence. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine. Then she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What? What? Dot, dot, dot. This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. Ooh, we did go somewhere we needed to go. Okay. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Why do we have to present evidence? Is it because she was preparing for the press conference? Like the after stage show? I think that she was setting up stuff. Because, yeah, Old Bag said that the manager wasn't even around because she was setting shit up. I mean, I have no idea if this is what we're looking for. It is. Maybe. No, it's not. What do you think? Dot, dot, dot. Witness. Mr. the Killer. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to visit the water closet for a second. Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I stated this in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there will be no mercy. Oh. Now I would like to move on with my testimony. Okay, so... Okay, so we know... We haven't had the hotel guide map come up yet, actually, which is surprising. Oh, I think it is the guide map, actually. Because it's going to be, where was she when you went to give her the bear? Because she wasn't in Matt on Guard's room. She was busy making preparations for this the after show. Okay, so let's try this. Da 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 da. There's a contradiction. Da 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 da. Present strong evidence. Present evidence. Da 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 da. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to be the recipient of this bear. Maybe? Nope. This is wrong. Ugh. I'm gonna do this really quick because I want to see what happens when you say no. I am almost positive that this is what we need to do. Like, we need to go through this moment. Okay, so we're gonna reload so that I can get my health back. Ugh. So, yeah. I have to figure out what it is. What the strong evidence is. There's strong evidence here. And we have to figure out what it is. Because... Paimon's definitely running out of brain juice, but, like, I can't stop, because if I do, we're never gonna finish. We're never gonna finish this game. It's never gonna happen in a million years if we stop. Alright. So, you know, Mona, I have the camera set up so that your floof is in shot, yet you'll lay on the bed, on the other end of the bed. You're rude.
She did know it wasn't a figurine. We have this coming up again with this... Because she knew it was a puzzle. And not a figurine. Let's try the bear. Oh, yep, that's it. This damn bear. Shelley DeKiller. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. That. Because she can open the bear. Right? The guy who got murdered and her are the only ones that can open that bear. So if she had gotten the bear, the note wouldn't have been in it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Oh yeah, it's the good music. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're in good music time. Oh, I'm excited. This is good stuff. Order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means? It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh. Order. Ugh, Mr. Phoenix. Right. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. ... I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... The prosecution... rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. ... If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Exclamation point. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. ... The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff,
Please bring the defendant, Matt on guard, to the stand.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. Tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. ... But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. ...
Ha! Nope, there it goes. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
But Mr. On Guard!
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious. Don't you agree? ... Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? ... Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? I mean, is it siding with justice? It's, well, I mean, yeah. Side with justice, or, you know, Maya's off to sleep with the fishes. Better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya would... But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as a murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. I think they're gonna make me pick, and I hate everything about this. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. ... If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt on Guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on Guard, is... Okay. This is shitty. Alright. So... There's a lot to unpack in this moment. I'm going to explain my reasoning because I've already made my decision. So, Phoenix Wright and his character, and the way his character is written, we are very similar. He and I. I also share a lot of similarities with Maya, right? Because she is very enthusiastic, and she just wants to help, and she believes in justice. If I was Maya, I would rather be sacrificed than know that someone else is convicted of murder because to save me, right? That an innocent person was probably going to be executed because I needed to be saved. That knowledge would haunt me for the rest of my life. If I was Phoenix, and I knew Maya as well as he knows Maya, I would again choose guilty. Because in the end, it's not just one life you lose when you choose not guilty. It's several, right? Because it's the life of Adrian, it's the life of Maya, it's the life of Phoenix himself, it's the life of Edgeworth, right? It's all of these people that their lives will be destroyed. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, right? As much as it sucks, as much as it is a sucky choice, and I hate everything about it, I don't know what the game wants me to do, but I've played 2 of these games to the end at this point, and I think that what the game wants me to do is
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry.
Matt on guard is...
Oh, it's Von Karma! Von Karma coming in with the whip in the clutch. Alright. I was wondering where the hell she's been. She just got shot in the shoulder, man. They did surgery on her like yesterday. You think that, no. Franziska Von Karma.
Well, what are you doing here?
Yeah, she has a gumshoe tracker. You can see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Yeah, she has a gumshoe tracker.
Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in everywhere. In every way, the evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
Poor Gumshoe. That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
God, it's never gonna end. ...
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand out my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Hello? Madam?
Oh, hi.
Oh my god. I will say, I still don't regret my choice. The fact that I was ready to do it. I do not regret. I don't regret. And I don't think that Maya's character would regret either. So, I can't speak for you don't know you don't know the mentality of the person who writes a character, but if I know anything about characters and how they're written and people and their motivations, that was the right choice. Would you pick a place to be? You're so antsy. I know. I know. You just want Mom to be paying attention to you. I get it. I get it. No. I get it. Alright. You can stay away from my stream deck, though.
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. This is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? More details are not needed. That's the pistol he used to shoot Von Karma. Well, I mean, actually, I'm pretty sure it does have to do with this case, because it, He shot Von Karma so that she wouldn't come and help. Yeah, sure, okay. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Question mark? That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of a memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. Pistol! The second piece of evidence is this videotape. Videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, still think it's funny she got shot in the same spot, right? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from DeKiller. Shelley DeKiller is no ordinary man. One of the items retrieved, DeKiller violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It is a very unique button. I am sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform. One of its special buttons is missing. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley DeKiller's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. They do. The tape, though. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2. The first... Save. We are so low on brain juice. The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his heart for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. It's the recording. The fact that he recorded him and didn't tell him, he violated his trust. Oh, we got this now. Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who valued his duty toward his clients above all else. ... I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. That is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Bitch! I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Exclamation point. Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to act with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. Thanks for looking out for me, Edgeworth. I really appreciate you, bud.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
La 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 la. To the killer, please.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The camera. Because he didn't know about the camera. The spy camera. Like, yeah. It's literally violating his confidentiality with his client. Like, he violated the confidentiality with the killer. I assume. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll just whatever, but you know what? Whatever.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Von Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so I'm afraid I cannot allow this defense to continue. Why? No, that's right.
No one understands what you are talking about anymore.
What? Wait, please. Nope. Alright. Yep, that wasn't it. I love how they cheer. Son of a bitch. Is that the end? Wait, I want to see if that's like an end state. Hold on. Oh. No, I guess not. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I am sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. This is the bad ending. We got the bad ending. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. Bad end. Big bad end. Bad end. I got an achievement called Justice Ill Served. That can't be. This cannot be. If this is the ending, we're not playing Phoenix Wright for a while, because I'm mad. But this seems like bad end right now. Okay. Alright, have to try to remember everything that's happened up to this point. Must be a way to save Maya while taking down on guard. Okay. So I still think that we need to show evidence to oh, you know what? I chose John Doe. I didn't choose Shelly to kill her. It's really gonna be that, is it? We'll fast forward if it is, if it's not. But I think I just fucked it up, honestly. So now I will try the camera, since I chose the correct person instead of being a doofus. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Nope, that's wrong. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. I have to go through this part. Let's speed through it. Okay, so my impulse on that is wrong. Right? So, also, oh, wait. Maybe it's not the camera. We're not trying to show the judge. Those things got entered into court evidence, even though the judge was like, we don't need to see any more evidence. So, it's got to be something that just came to us. I refuse to accept this. I will not. I will not accept this. Oh my god, I've been going for over an hour and a half. We're not taking a break. I don't care. We're not accepting this. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, okay. One try. Okay, yeah, we get it. So, it's gotta be one of the 3 pieces of evidence that we just got, right? So, we have the uniform, we have the tape, and we have the pistol. So, like, okay, so, I feel like the answer, like, I feel like that is the answer. It's like the breaking of the contract, because we had 2, right? Oh. So, maybe we're going about this all wrong. I don't know. So our 2 options from Mia were to get Shelly to break his contract, or to make On Guard want to be declared guilty. So what if we show On Guard the picture of Celeste? The one that was in his private room. He kept that for a reason. I don't know. I don't know that that's anything, really. But it's worth a shot at this point. I would like to show them this picture. Well, what do you think? Nope, this is wrong too. Oh my god, we're gonna be here. The sheer amount of statistical probabilities of what it could be is mind-numbing. I have already been live for over 6 hours. We're right at the end and my brain cannot solve any more puzzles. I'm out of brain juice. Paimon's out of brain juice. Please don't do this to me. I am so close to finishing this. I can't give up. Oh my god. This is the realest reel I've ever been on stream, that my brain is just hurting me and I can't stop. I have to finish this. We're so close. Oh, I think you were on the right track. Oh, with Shelly? Okay. I mean, I really feel like that's the answer. Like, he obviously violated the the confidentiality of the whatever. Like, Shelly's all about trust with his client, and the camera shows that he doesn't trust him. So, it's gotta be something like that. I think it has to be something. And honestly, like, everybody else in this courtroom has seen all of this stuff, right? The only person who hasn't seen all this stuff is Shelly. Which is why it makes me think it was Shelly. So, I mean, he violently tried to recover this tape, so he's seen this tape. He knows what it is. But I don't know. Maybe he learned it was important watching the trial. Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, fuck it. Well, we can try. We should try it at this point. Aha! It is the tape. Again, I need to go with my instincts. I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright. It looks like I managed to convince him. Okay, save it. We made it through that part. Oh my fucking god. Hey, at least we got the bad ending, so we got the achievement for it. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. ... I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. He doesn't know what's on it. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Oh, shit, son. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you. Isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. ... Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? ... I would like to know why. Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? He told us why he filmed the crime scene. Because he doesn't trust anybody at all. Ever. The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
He fucked up.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? Oh, he mad now. ... It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks in plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. ... I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors, most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? ... That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. Please give Maya something to eat. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Oh, so not only do we have him breaking his contract, Matt on guard now has a very good reason to be declared guilty and go to jail forever. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes Dick Killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over, as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank God.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client, the witness, and... Miss Von Karma, where did that...
Miss Von Karma's got the whip out again. She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand out a verdict. Oh yeah, you sweating now. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Oh, Mr. On Guard, touche, right? Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I am sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
Exclamation point. We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Yeah, no, get out of here. You're so guilty. Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run from your crime anymore. ... No! Guilty, 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 guilty. Oh, he just scratched the shit out of his own face. That must be where the other scratches come from. Holy jeez. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I have left Miss Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Good lord. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. ... The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. ... And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Aww, that's sweet. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. 5:14 p.m. This is a long day in court. 2 long days in court. Defendant lobby number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Where I chose Maya? Like I chose to sacrifice Maya? Needs of the many? Needs of the many? Let's hear the defense's final statements. I can't count on the evidence. I have to listen to my heart. And then I was like, ready. My client, Matt on guard, I was ready. I was ready to do it. Is he guilty? Or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Justice. Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls? You're telling us the truth, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. She's quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Yay! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. She's crying now. Thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. ... About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? ... I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How
dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation. Yeah, right? You were defeated twice, Von Karma. Also, hey Kai, we're finishing this up. I'm so tired. Instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold, and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. Now imagine if you ran an extra 6.5 hours yesterday to finish. I would have passed out. Like, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it regardless, and I wouldn't have had a voice today. At all. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth? Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already. Didn't you, Wright? ... That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma! I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver? Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Oh, her whip! Ha! Ha! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, Wright. I'll put it on the wall, like a trophy. Okay. Nick! Exclamation point! We got Maya back, bitches! Maya! Are we gonna have a moment? Are we gonna have a moment? Are they gonna show us? Are they gonna show us the hug? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Show me the hug. Yes! Oh, the whole game's worth it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter how long I spent doing that. Whole thing's worth it. Done. Done. The whole thing's worth it. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. Yeah, no, we're tall. We are tall. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, Mia does it. That's true. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Maya's like, I'm starving. Can someone please give me food? Actually, when they were like, they put Maya in a squad car and sent her here, I was like, did no one feed her? She's been literally not eating for days. Oh, right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib, at least. Yeah, Maya also probably eats her weight in food every day, so... Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth. Please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick, food! Oh no. I can't afford you. I'm broke. Oh good. We're back at the Gatewater Hotel. This is where we want to be. Oh, it's Gumshoe! Gumshoe! You're a little bandaged up, buddy. Did you not get your coat back? Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. Oh my god, Gumshoe. The telephone pole. And then it wasn't a red light that caught him. You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was going to give out on me, and I ain't joking. Oh my god, we're going to do all the voices back to back. Hate you. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everybody gather round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lana bought herself a new camera. Right, is that right? Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's, Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. Von Karma! What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a fourth item? Aw, come on, y'all. It's over. But hoo boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that?
For being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary.
I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. ... You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. That is the heaviest fucking foreshadowing that this game has ever done. With there were 4 items, and then it wasn't anything important. Good morning! Yeah, we're gonna be finishing up soon, but good morning. Thanks for coming to the end. I appreciate it. Binary 9, I appreciate you. Thank you. For me, it's 9:30 p.m. And how long have I been up now? 6.5 hours? I don't know. I don't see these things anymore. Yeah, no, this is heavy foreshadowing for the next game, which there's gonna be a little bit. There's gonna be a little bit of time between this game and the next game, just because I need my throat to recover, please. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Is that the damn transceiver? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, Lana is playing with something being weird. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. ... Well, it doesn't matter. So much heavy foreshadowing. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? ... I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Is it the badge? I give him the badge? I could give him the whip. He told me to keep it, but I feel like it's the badge. I mean, I could give him the whip. Like, this is a hard call. If it's wrong, I guess it'll ask me to do it again, but I'm gonna give him the whip. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. ... You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
But Pearly!
Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself.
There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? What? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Jesus Christ, what a... Oh my god.
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. ...
He just faints.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. ... Alright then, if you say so. That's good.
Yay! We did it! We did it, everybody! We finished this game! You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really felt like I was living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Maya. I did survive. Although I'm gonna have to do all this voice work in the ending credits. And we already know it's coming, so it's okay.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case.
Pearl, stop matchmaking. Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Yay! Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Well, at least you got your job back, Gumshoe. Which means you're not going to be hanging around my office making instant noodles. So, at least. Oh, the bird! I don't even remember what her voice was. I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. She killed the stream. She killed the recording. Mana killed everything. She ran across and killed it all. It's okay. You know what? It's fine. What an ending. Oh my god. Unbelievable. You know what? I went a good while before a cat killed a stream. I just wish it hadn't been during the closing cutscene of a game that I just completed. Right? Oh my god. Out of control. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. Enjoy the cutscene. I'm not gonna read. I can't keep up with old bag there. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh my god. The actual garbage that was what just happened. Oh well. What can we do? Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Huh. Interesting. Oh my god. Out of control. Mana, you're a monster. It's become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Alright. Sure, okay. I just can't even... You know what? At least I got it back kind of quickly. Because now we have this part. International departures. Gate 12.
Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this. I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? ... It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. ...
What are you going to do now? ...
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. ... But I had to be one. I had to. ... You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been, and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? ... I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. ... You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. ... And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh, look at her face. I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. You had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Aww. Kinda cute, honestly. Kinda cute, honestly.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this force piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. That's gonna matter later. Oh. It was the card that she used. It was the card she used to open the door. And she drew a picture of him. That's cute. I win! Huzzah! Thanks for nothing, Mana. A winner is me. Oh. A winner is me. Oh my god. I'm so mad. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. I think we've been up for about 7 hours. I have no idea. I'm so mad. 6 hours and 45 minutes. I got it back up fast enough that, yeah. So, let's see. Let's see who's up. Oh, Smitty is up. Smitty's still up? But I think Smitty's gonna be done pretty soon. Actually. Who else? NXT man's up. Let me see when NXT man went live. I know that Smitty's been live for a hot minute, so yeah, Smitty's been live for over 3 hours, almost 3 hours, over 3 hours. Yeah, that should be. Let's see. Actually, let's see. I think I still have. Let me see here. Yeah, so, we're gonna go see, one of my flight team friendos, named the Demon Shadow, who is apparently, doing a Worth It Wednesday, where it's like, oh wait, no, they're about to go down, actually. Let's swap. Let's do, yeah, we'll go see NXT. We'll go see NXT man, who's playing Minecraft. We love some Minecraft, right? So, yeah, everybody have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow with Cult of the Lamb. Actually playing Cult of the Lamb. Thank you, Phoenix Wright, for being an amazing game. But we're done with that. We'll come back to it at some point. So, I hope you all have a really great night. And I will see you all tomorrow. So have a good one. And we'll see you later. Bye.